Also in the judicial area, Trinidad Chambliss looks like for now he's going back to school. However, the NCAA is going to appeal that. The NCAA denied Trinidad Chambliss another extra year of eligibility. I think they denied him 3 or 4 times. There's different appeals processes and things. They said no, 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 no. He took it to court, and the court said yes. So, but the problem is that that court was in Mississippi, and the judge was a graduate of Ole Miss. Oh, what a shocker. So I think that the young man has a problem in that once the NCAA appeals and they get a judge who's not a graduate of the college that would benefit from him playing for them, they're going to have a problem. If the NCAA cannot win in court here with this, then they're going to have to do something about their rules, because if their rules can just be circumvented by going to the courts, they got big, big problems. Because all the schools sign up for these rules. They agree to them. All of the athletes do. When you become a student athlete, you agree to all of the rules, the NCAA rules. So you're a party that agrees, and so is your university. And then everybody agrees, okay, these are the rules, and that if something's wrong, this is how you appeal it. This is who you appeal to, blah, blah, blah. This is the process. Everybody agrees. Yep, okay. And then they do the process, and then the court comes in and says, we don't like that process. Get out of here. So that's a problem. You can't have everybody agreeing contractually to something, and then everybody follows the contract, and then the court says, we don't like that. That's not going to fly. I don't see how that's going to fly. Then again, I'm not a lawyer, so who knows? But I think it's one of those things where in the courtroom, it's hard to rule against, a student athlete. Student athlete sitting there going, all I want is a 4th year of eligibility. Please let me play football. And, he's a nice young man. How are you going to rule against this nice young man? His mother's there. His nice mama is there. How are you going to rule against a mother and her son? Nice young man. The problem is there's contracts that you all signed. What is going on here? I don't, it's one thing to be a nice young man and have your mom in the courtroom, but these are contracts. So we'll have to see how that plays out. As for now, he's going back to Ole Miss. I think that's an as for now situation. And I think personally, he's going to have a problem when it gets overturned. It better get overturned quickly, because here comes the combine, and then here comes the draft, and then what does he do if he can't go back to school? So, there might have to be a supplemental draft for that, and that's always weird. But that's the situation that happened there. And then Joey Aguilar from Tennessee also has a similar case, and that was not decided today. The judge said, I will have a decision shortly, and then, but that didn't mean today. But all of these eligibility cases have significant impacts on all of the college, all of the NCAA sports and everything else. So these are kind of far-ranging decisions that these stupid judges are making. And, we'll have to see if they stand, because if they do, then the NCAA needs to basically scrap what they were doing and figure something else out. You can't have a process by which you say, no, you didn't meet the terms of this agreement to get an extra year of eligibility, denied, and then have somebody say, no, that's not fair. It can't be denied. That means something's wrong somewhere. Something's wrong somewhere in that system when you have a contract that says, these are the things we do, and then if we deny you, that's the end of the road, and the person says, that's not the end of the road, I'm going to courts, and then the courts overturn the whole thing. So this is going to be very interesting to see how that all turns out.